If you loved running and gunning, then you'll love Riot's new electric duelist, Neon. She's sure to send a shock down your spine. Alright, enough with the puns here. Neon looks amazing and definitely has some flashy abilities that we got to see in the trailer. Now we don't know exactly for sure what her abilities are, but the trailer gives us a pretty good idea of what they do. Let's take a deep dive into them. First up, Neon has the ability to sprint and slide. I'm suspecting that this is an ability that you activate, and there's probably a sound cue so that teammates and enemies know that you're using it. From there, you'll be able to run at insane speeds to catch an enemy off guard. Similarly and more uniquely, you'll be able to run and hit crouch to slide on the map. I'm guessing there's a bit of delay before you can shoot while sliding, otherwise this thing is just broken unless there's movement and accuracy with it. Even then, it's a little wonky to be able to slide and shoot when you can't do the same with a similar ability like Jet's dash. Based on the trailer though, it appears that you will be able to shoot at least towards the near end of the slide. Next, this is my favorite ability by far based on its looks, and that's Neon's walls. Essentially, you get two walls side to side that form a narrow pathway that players can go through. It goes without saying that players will likely take damage if they go through the wall. Now you may be thinking that two walls are better than one, haha, Phoenix nerfed again, but it's important to note that the fact that she makes two walls side to side causes there to be less room for you and your teammates to work with as well. It's almost a double-edged sword, more denial of vision for the enemy, but less room for you and your teammates to move. And because there's less room, spamming to kill players through the walls can be quite easy. Just stand to the side of the wall and spam your shots. Because there's less room to move, enemies could also easily flash themselves into the wall and blind your entire team, resulting in multiple frags. This could be a potential play, however we don't quite know yet what the walls do against enemies. It could do a bit of damage like Phoenix Wall, but there's also a slim chance it could stun players and prevent them from going through it. Neon's third ability is really for helping her other abilities shine. It's essentially KO's Fragment Molly, but instead of mollying players, they get stunned and concussed. You can also bounce the nades off walls unlike with KO, however it appears you can only bounce it normally once. In the trailer, the nade bounces off the second wall but then immediately drops down to the ground. This can make the nade difficult to precisely land where you want it to. With the immediate second drop, it might land a bit short of where you want it, but I'm sure with practice, players will get used to it. What makes the nade really strong is that once enemies are stunned, Neon can use her other abilities such as her sprint and dash to close the gap and snag a quick pick. The two abilities work really well side by side, and I suspect this is going to be a common combo that Neon players use to push sites. Lastly, we got Neon's ultimate, which in my opinion honestly is a bit wonky. Her ultimate appears to give her the ability to shoot electricity out of her hands. It's not an instant kill though, we don't really know what damage it does, but it's definitely not a one shot, so you'll have to track enemies well to eliminate them with this ability. Now with how quickly players can kill you in Valorant, this ultimate looks a bit lackluster at first. The big perk with her ultimate is that you can be accurate while mobile. You like running and gunning with the Spectre? Then you're going to love running and electrifying enemies with Neon's ultimate. Alone though, this ultimate is a bit meh. Players could easily one-tap you or just run straight at them. I'm suspecting there's probably extra damage if you hit the enemy's head, but the time to kill seems to be just a few milliseconds more than with a one-shot weapon like an Operator or Vandal. We'll have to see how much damage it truly does, but it reminds me a bit of Jet's knives, where you're accurate while moving and it's not a one-shot kill unless you hit the head. Now if Neon's ultimate is combined with her sprint and slide ability, she can absolutely own though. With that sort of movement speed and mobility, she'll be incredibly hard to track while you can stay completely accurate. Those who want to become Neon mains definitely want to work on tracking while moving to make the most of her ultimate. Also, watching Hunter x Hunter will be helpful too. This agent is essentially the Valorant rendition of Killwall, and we all know anime gives you aimbot. So there you have it. I personally am super excited for Neon, and she's definitely going to be one of my main agents. Her aesthetics and abilities are just top notch, arguably one of the coolest agents that Riot has brought to Valorant yet. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of Neon, and if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. I'm Dr. Zora, yes I am a real doctor, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Hello.